little bit of a lot tour. We are in the, well, one of the Grace and Favor apartment sections that apparently the road has decided to replace itself and hates my guts. Why? Why? I fixed you before I turned you into apartment base. Why? Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. That's very annoying. Anyways, so there's a couple different Grace and Favor apartments. Depending on where they are in relation to the royal family, depends on like if they're the better ones or not. Obviously the royal family's on the other side of this one. These are the furthest away from them. They are also attached to a community lot portion of the castle, so a lot louder, a lot busier. It's just not like ideal. And this is where we find some of my Trumbauers. We've got quite a few of them. This is where Marlene, one of those words, I haven't actually decided how I want to pronounce it yet. Her daughter Jutta and her quote-unquote son Linus live. And so in keeping with the fact that this is not like a highly sought after set of apartments, it's very kind of plain Jane boring. Like the common areas here are just your basics. Like there's some music. Sorry, that was the dog. Some music, some like sitting area, people can sing, put some birds, 'cause I guess birds. This is gonna be a large apartment, no one lives there yet. We have this floor here, which just kind of has some gaming. I really wish I remembered to download recolors of that because it annoys me, but I didn't. There's two kind of singleton apartments here, and the Trumbauer apartment is on the top floor. Their apartment, it's fairly large considering, but it's also a considerable downgrade when you consider that they used to have, well, one, a very beautiful house, and then when I changed how all my nobles worked, they would have had a very nice townhouse, but they had to sell it because they're kind of a mess. But there you go. So this is Marlene. She's very pretty. She's starting to lose her looks because she's getting older, but hey, nothing wrong with that. She's still pretty vamp. This is Jutta in the green dress. And Linus, who definitely needs, I need to download like noble clothes for teen girls that also work for boys, but that's Linus, who's technically a teen girl. Technically. It's complicated. But Linus so far has not been called out, which Linus is very lucky that they do not have such a delicate bone structure, because they would definitely be called out. And yeah, so their house starts off with like this area here, which is literally just like a workout room thing, so it's really trash. There's armor everywhere. I keep forgetting to recolor that. So yeah, this is mostly where Linus and Jutta are gonna hang out. Jutta is very, not masculine, but like she definitely is interested in very physical like sports and things, so she's definitely an interesting young noblewoman for sure. This is their living room. They have the big fire, some random bits of nature clutter. I'm not super happy with how this is decorated, but they're also not supposed to have a lot of money, so I kind of wanted it to make, like, I wanted it to look like things were missing, things have been sold, things have been removed, because they are broke. Like, real broke. And I think I kind of succeeded. Like, you can tell there should be, like, more tapestries in the walls, there should be more stuff on that table, there should be more decorative aspects, and there's not. So that was what I was going for here. And here is the kitchen, which, par for the course, is super over-decorated. I don't even care. I'm so happy about it. We've got, like, their table here. My brain just shut off for a second there. Oh no! Whoops. Okay, so I tend to do this when I plan on putting a bunch of stuff on the walls, but I don't know where it's gonna go or how I want it to go. Like, I will just pile that crap all on top of each other. And then sometimes, hey. Sometimes I forget to actually do what I meant to do. So really quick here, let's just kind of I don't know why so many people make hanging onions, but like it's definitely a thing. There's so many. And it's mildly irritating because then I'm like, well, I want to put hanging stuff on the wall, but it's like garlic and onions for days. Do these chilies, but I don't want to put chilies on the wall. I don't like how this looks. I might change that, but for now, whatever. I at least spread it out. Yeah, pretty basic as far as my kitchens go, but it'll do. It'll do. Bedrooms. This first one here is Jetta's room. Like I said, she's really into hunting and like outdoorsy things and also reading. So she has like a hawk that she just keeps in her room because, yeah. Lots of books, boar. Lots. Her room is very doodly, but I'm here for it. And that's clipping, but yeah. Yeah, she's just kind of messy, kind of just throws things everywhere. But I like it, and I'm kind of here for it. I love these 3D dogs on a random note. They're just so perfect. Alright, and then in here is Linus's room, who's kind of interested in the occult. Linus is already super duper eccentric, so it's probably not to surprise anyone if Linus is... yeah. The truth of Linus is revealed. Like I said, Linus is complicated. Because I think if Linus was in a modern time, in the modern world, Linus would be gender neutral. I think Linus always would have been gender neutral, whether hidden by their mother or not, but in this world, Linus is just kind of going by male pronouns because I tend to slip into gender neutral because it's like my brain knows, oh, this person is definitely gender neutral, but like in this time period, this person is a dude. Mostly because Linus doesn't actually care. Linus is like, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Can I study my weird occult crap? Cool. Okay, thanks, bye. Alrighty, and then here, I never moved this back, did I? And now all the decorations are gonna be off. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? No one knows. Cool, let's just... yeah, it's fine. Let me just make an entire freaking mess. Like one does. Okay. Let's get the rug back where it goes. Okay, Marlene's room's a little bit different than the rest of the house. You can see it's a lot more decorated. There's a lot more, like, luxury items in here. Her bed's very covered with pillows, and yeah, it seems a little bit more in keeping with noble aesthetics. And part of that is she just kind of started spending money, like, non-stop because... okay, so her husband left her for a stupid reason, and they've been a mess ever since, but she was kind of in control of the family, and she was taking care of Bettina, who was an uncontrollable sim due to a Ross. She was basically nuts. Well, she rolled insanity, and I chose to make her uncontrollable for that, and it's a nightmare, but yeah. And yes, she was in charge, and then Malbrecht came back and ruined things, and now basically they're all broke. And yeah. That's their whole area, but I really liked it, so I wanted to show. This is honestly the reason why I'm doing a lot of tours, is I couldn't get good pictures of it. The back area of the Grace and Favor apartments is interesting on this part because, unlike everybody else, theirs actually have to be functional. Like, I like to pretend everybody else has, like, separate areas for their servants and things like that. They don't. Like, their servants are basically working in the back area, if they have them. I'm kind of thinking about moving, like, a servant family into one of these, since I don't have, like, a servant room, but they might just get day servants. Like, they might not even be able to afford living servants. But anyways, this is kind of the area that they've kept for themselves. There's, like, a pretty well, and then, like, knife-throwing little fighty guy. The rest of it is dedicated to actual practical matters. So, like, it's kind of like a laundry area, there's some baskets, candle making, salt making, like, tanning of hides, rabbits. There is some poultry here. There's some wild boar. Like, this is not how it is in any other part of the castle, but they kind of have to live this way. They don't have a choice. And there is a gate to, like, keep them separate, which is all the other ones, like, have this big, long, open area. They're separated because, again, they are seen as a bit lesser on the totem pole. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't actually know how functional any of this is an apartment lot. These are the rabbit hutches before the upgrade, so they should work, just because there's not, like, I need to stock them or anything. Like, I have the new ones. Oh, gosh. Honestly. So I have the new ones, but I kept the old ones too for instances like this. We'll see how well it works out. But yeah, this is where my Trumbauers live. That there is the rest of the Trumbauers going off because they're not going to live here. And we will see them later on, but for now, I've got my Trumbauers moved in. Very curious to see how this all plays out, especially with Linus, because I thought the fallout might happen sooner, but I honestly rolled dice to see what would happen, and it didn't. And Linus is so much like, I'm gonna say his mother, that, which she's a Cormier, but yeah, like, it's understandable that Linus hasn't been caught at this point. Linus does not look super feminine, especially with short hair and kind of dressed in a tunic. Jutta does. Jutta looks a lot like her father, Albrecht. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these little lot tours. I'm definitely glad to be back. If you have any thoughts, opinions, comments, suggestions, what have you, definitely leave those down below, and I will see you in the next one.